Greetings, my name is Christy Michaud. I'm a certified professional horticulturist and a Master Gardener volunteer in Cecil County. This video is about learning more about native plants, and it's entitled, When at Home with the Natives, You're Not Alone. Enjoy your extra time at your home. You might want a better view out your window. You might want to experience more of nature close up. You might want to feel more relaxed in your yard. And you might want to learn more about native plants and have some new quarantine friends. First, let's figure out what natives are. Natives defined. They are involved in this region. They belong here. They serve a purpose as a source of food, and they provide habitat. They protect the soils from erosion. They create oxygen. They sequester carbon and other toxins from the environment. They interact and interconnect with other native plants, and they need less care once established. Let's talk about plants and their role in the food chain. It all starts with plants from the bottom up. Plants are the only organism on this planet that do not need to eat food from another source. They produce their own through the process of photosynthesis, and the byproduct, lucky for us, is oxygen. Plants are eaten by insects. Insects are eaten by birds. Small birds are eaten by larger birds. Mammals eat plants. We eat plants. Larger foraging animals eat plants, all the way up to man. So plants play a very important role in our ecosystems. There are two types of insects in the world, generalist and specialist. Generalist can eat any plant leaf and survive just fine. Specialist requires specific host plants to be in the environment so that they can survive. Without them, their species will leave the area and/or die and become extinct. One of the most recognizable ones in this area is the monarch. To support the monarch, you have to plant milkweed. Your goal in putting more natives into your yard would be to create planting areas. By planting several layers of trees, smaller trees, shrubs, and perennials, you invite nature in by providing sources of habitat and food. The steps to creating native plant groupings, you'll have to consider some things first. Assess your site. Is it sunlight or shady? What's the size of your space? Is there underground obstructions? Overhead obstructions? What type of soil and conditions are there? Wet or dry? Your personal taste and your budget. Some popular plant groups create a perimeter planting around the edge of your property. This will give you a sense of space and keeps nature at close view. You create islands of plantings in your yard with small areas of turf and pathways to enable your access. Create a group around a specimen tree. Choosing your native plants. Space and site conditions are foremost important. Choosing plants by species support may also become important to you. Most people's homes come with mature canopy trees when you move in. Keep your trees healthy and properly pruned. Add to your tall tree layer by planting some substory trees, shrubs, and perennials. If you have no tall canopy trees, choose carefully. Research mature tree height and width. Evaluate your overhead space and underground. Tree roots need 1.5 times the width of a mature canopy to grow enough roots to hold up that big tree. Do you have enough room? So a tree that's 30 foot wide at maturity in the crown needs 45 feet around it to grow the roots. The substory layer is in the 12 to 25 feet height. Smaller trees filling in under larger canopy trees. Most homeowners have room for these species. Some of the flowering and fragrant fruits and berries and seeds will support wildlife and also give them habitat. Sometimes overlooked as a choice, these trees provide important services to our ecosystem. Shrubs, a filler of space between the trees and herbaceous, provider of flowers, seeds, berries for birds, and food for the pollinators. Twigs are browsed by mammals. They serve an important place in our landscape. The healthy forest has many native shrubs. The root systems connect with trees, increasing erosion control. The increased plant variety and sustainability make for a healthier ecosystem. Shrubs, a very popular planting layer for homeowners to purchase. Choose shrubs that fill space when mature. Many species have dwarf and smaller cultivars available for smaller spaces. Shrubs are a very important foundation plant that make and accent your home. Research the habit, the site conditions, and the mature size. Provide flowers and berries and seeds at different times of the season for your enjoyment, as well as supporting wildlife. Herbaceous perennials. They are pollinator and butterfly buffet, fragrant delights and visual beauty. There are so many species, varieties, and cultivars to choose from. Narrow down your selection. You can't buy them all. Choose the best fit for your site. Plant multiples, not just one of a kind. Stagger your bloom times for a longer visual appeal. Colors that flow from hot to cool, using whites and creams to separate them. You can make a shady grouping placed in front of and between larger plants. In this photo, You'll see Galium odoratum, Iris cristata, surrounding the witch hazel and under the big sweet gum, with buckeyes in the background and hosta, completing a plant grouping in the shade. In this picture of a shade garden leading to a relaxing bench, the perennial plants that were used are Coreopsis grandiflora, Great Blue, Lobelia, Mountain Mint, Augustaceae, Mouse Ears hosta, Heuchera, Autumn Ferns, Astilbe, and Salvia. Through the door to this part shade garden, you will find at the feet of the amelanchier trees some Itea virginiana, allium, leadwort, Augustaceae, balloon flower, bear's breeches, and ostrich ferns. Thanks. Hopefully your curiosity has been raised to at least Google and research a few new plants new to you. This is a great year to plan and expand your garden beds to include natives. You'll enjoy the nature connection they bring and the good feeling of knowing you're helping to provide habitat and food sources beyond your own visual enjoyment. Plant well and stay safe.